All right. Things look a little bit different, but we're gonna get active, guys. If you don't mind, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. Knock out the daily gift goal if you could. It'll help boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background, which I'm getting the background up here. But we're only looking for some debates. If you are friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me, and it's only one coin. Don't be stubborn. Don't be stubborn. There we go. All right, I know for a fact that I can put this background up, but nope, that is not what we wanted to do. Background. Nope. Nope. How do I do the sticker? I just want the sticker. Like I have the background that I want to place, but I don't want the whole thing. No pause. Where is it? I thought it was with the sticker, but then when I do the sticker, it has the set stickers. This is interesting. Oh, well, let's figure it out. All right. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
What's up?
All right. Perfect. Thank you for coming back. So we were in the middle of a bit of a conversation, and we were talking about the Iran war.
Yes, we were. So, I last remembered you didn't think that the war was inevitable. Can you further explain that take?
Yeah, it's because the Iran nuclear deal. God dang it.
Yeah.
I can't remember the acronyms. Regardless, it's something that had been pushed by multiple administrations. JCPOA. There we go. Pushed by multiple or two multiple administrations by Bibi Netanyahu, and everyone said no except Trump. So like this isn't something that's new. This isn't something that was imminent. It's literally the long game for Bibi Netanyahu, and Donald Trump was just the sucker that actually gave him what he wanted.
Okay. Do you think a war, like any war, a newer war, was inevitable?
I mean, that's kind of a vague question. I think there's a possibility of war. I mean, like I don't really know how you want me to answer that. I think that's a super vague question.
Okay, given like the circumstances that were like a war like state, and that as you said earlier, damn dog. Like what you said earlier about like ever since World War II, the textile factories have been there for like producing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that
weapons.
Yeah, I think the United States of America is an actual military state, and so the perpetual state of war and readiness is always something that it will actually highlight. So, like, yeah, I mean, I don't think that that's something you could just say like, oh, it has to happen or anything like that. But I mean, like you could talk about the way the United States of America destabilizes countries all around the world and why war could come to our front door. But I still don't think that to be something that you can use to justify what's happening with Iran.
Okay. Do you know about? I don't want to like pivot here. I'm not trying to.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this goes with it. Do you know about like Operation Northwoods?
Not right offhand. I can look it up. What is Operation Northwoods?
It was like during the JFK administration, there was a proposal by the CIA to create like these like fake terrorist attacks to like justify a war.
False flags. Yeah, that like they do that all the time, and they destabilize countries all the time. Like none of this is new or groundbreaking. Like that's just the United States and the CIA and all them other good things. So, but why'd you bring that up?
Do you think that was, given the times, those were like that was something they were trying to do like economically, or was that something like they were trying to do against like communism during the Cold War?
I have no idea, and also I don't like think that's really pertinent. But like the Red Scare was real. I'll give you that. Like people, the only reason they actually engage with the uh, communism the way that they do now is just because of the Red Scare and how it was perpetuated.
Okay. I had this other question. You know about like, I'm sure you're familiar with like Andrew Jackson.
Yeah, he's one of Jackson Fives.
No, Andrew Jackson, like former U.S. president, 19th century.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Oh, all right. So after his presidency, we saw the formation and like the build up, like the Whig Party, WHIG.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we'll see something similar after the Trump presidency ends?
No. I think that the MAGA Donald Trump, the people who have perpetuated this, going from the Tea Party to what MAGA is now to what the next iteration looks like it's going to be with Groypers. They've set a dangerous precedence where like the overall political system that we live in, there needs to be massive changes. And if there is any type of massive changes, I hope the changes shifts towards like ranked choice voting instead of what we're doing now.
You said for what choice voting?
Ranked choice voting.
What is that?
You go look it up.
Dog.
Yep.
Yeah. What is ranked choice voting?
That's why I said go look it up.
All right. Okay.
I mean, I wasn't talking about like at this very moment, but sure. Guys, I can't figure out how to get that fucking sticker right so I can put the background up here. This sucks. This sucks, chat. W's in the chat for Kayla. Kayla sent a $2 donation saying, I graduated uni today. Congratulations, Kayla. Holy fuck, congratulations. That's big. W's in chat for Kayla. If anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out.
So now that I know what that is, like, why do you support that?
Why do I support ranked choice voting?
Yeah.
I think ranked choice voting is a better representation of the American people, and it eliminates the need
I
for
think I see why you are.
It eliminates the need for the electoral college. The fuck is this?
Oh, I completely understand this now. So like, it allows for like us not to just like primarily focus on like certain political parties, and allow for like other groups and candidates, like regardless of like what they align with in terms of like what party they're in, to like
Yeah, it makes
have,
people have to actually stand on business when it comes to their political ideology.
yeah. So why don't you think
It
like
kind of feels like this is becoming a bit of a Q&A and not a debate. Would that be fair?
yes.
Why do you still support Trump?
I believe that I need to better research things, the newer information I have, and then within the next few weeks come back on and
All right.
continue this conversation.
All right, that's cool. All right, thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Guys, I am very much a creature of habit, right? Like seriously, I'm very, very, very much a creature of habit, and I don't like when things aren't how they are. I struggle when something gets me out of my routine. So I don't know, chat. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know about this. If you're in the request, we're only looking for some debates. So if you are not someone that is a Trump supporter or want to debate me, hell, fuck it. If you have heard me talk about anything and you want to debate me on that anything that you've heard me talk about, if you have opposite position, sure, go ahead and request up. Just because I can't put the background up, so like, sure, if you've heard any of my takes and you want to debate me on any of my takes, you can go ahead and hop in a request and I will debate you on that. If you'd like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Santana speaks for you. It's the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat. I will read that out. Keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 50,000 likes. And you said restart. No, I mean, if I go off again, we're not coming back. We are not coming back. This person didn't load. I want people to know that this is not an anime live. Net. It's not an anime live, so like FYI, we're not debating anime or anything. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or have something specific you want to debate me on?
I do have something specific. I'm no longer a Trump supporter. I used to be.
Okay.
But are you okay with talking about abortion?
What about abortion?
Uh, I want to hear your opinion on this, as I have. I don't know if this is weird or not, or if this is acceptable. Uh, in my opinion, I think that, well, yeah, of course, rape victims are those who are young. I think they should have full access, right? Of course. But so something that irks me is those who will. I'm sorry, I've never done this before. Something that irks me is those who will try to use it as a form of birth control entirely.
Who's doing that?
The primary example I have is, I believe it was a British singer. Her name is Lily Allen. I know that at one point she was on a podcast with another woman and was referring to how she had lost count of how many she had. She said around 5 or 6.
Okay.
And would talk about and was bragging with the other woman who also agreed that she had around the same amount. I don't think that abortion should be taken away, though.
So, anecdotal stories.
And I suppose, yes. That's the main example I've seen, but I do know that it does happen in other places as well.
Do you have any empirical data that proves that?
No, I do not.
I don't know about you, but I don't just trust people, especially people on podcasts. Like hell, I don't even trust people on TikTok, and I'm on here. I damn sure don't trust people on YouTube, and I'm on there as well. But like someone giving you like this story that they're just using abortions for birth control, like that's not a thing. One, like it is costly, and even if you are like, you know, well off, the premise of using abortion as birth control is nonsensical because it's a painful process that takes a heavy toll on women. So that's not really a thing.
All right, I can agree to that. It was just something I'd say. It irked me in a way, I guess. Again,
Yeah, I
this
mean,
isn't. And I will say I do not support the full pro-life choice either. That's not my statement. Is I think
yeah,
abortion shouldn't have access, especially in those darker circumstances.
I'll just say, like, I think the premise of debating a woman's right to choose to have access to bodily autonomy, um, I don't find value in that because can you name one piece of legislation that regulates men's bodies?
Not men's bodies, mainly just in case child support. That also goes to women as well in certain circumstances. So I can't really name that either.
No, I mean, women can pay child support as well, but no, I'm talking about their body. There's no law that specifically regulates men's body. The closest thing that people have to saying that is the draft, but there's multiple waivers and ways to get out of the draft. Hell, you can just say like you don't agree with it and you can be removed. There's multiple levels of waivers. The point being is the only reason that people feel comfortable not only legislating women's body, but hell, coming in, you know, on different panels and debating women's bodies in front of hundreds or thousands of people is because of the patriarchy. Since men have, you know, they don't have direct skin in the game, and they say, well, you know, like it's my child too, and da 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 da. They feel like they should have some level of access to debate that, but I don't find the utility in debating whether women should have rights to control their own bodies. I think women should absolutely have rights to healthcare and being able to control their own bodies. I've never once talked about whether I agree or disagree with abortion. I've always stood on the fact that I think women should be able to make their own decisions.
Yeah, I can agree with that. You know, fair enough.
Yeah.
I didn't think about all that.
Yeah.
My apologies.
No, it's all good. It's just like it's just another thing that women have to deal with that men don't. And like, hey, let's keep it funky. If men were the ones having babies, then abortions would be absolutely legal, and we would have like an abortion shop on every corner, like 7-Eleven. Like, let's keep it funky. If
I don't think I'd stick with a period to be honest. I
like
think
no,
Smith was
like
sticking out on that.
seriously, we know more about male pattern baldness than we do about the woman body. Like, think
Really?
about that. Yeah, like the level of detail that that we put into if there's any type of issue that faces men, then like women, it's astounding. The gap is so wide, but that's because of the patriarchal system.
Sure, the system was built around to support more men in the beginning, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's because it's the patriarchy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it upholds men. And then you talk about intersectionality, right? The different categories within those like hierarchies and the way that they cross over and blah 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 blah. It's a lot. Long story short, like the only reason people feel comfortable even doing this is because it's a woman. If this was a man issue, then like there would be no abortion debates.
Fair enough.
And fun fact, are you like against abortion in the sense because of your religion?
Not exactly religion. I was raised to be Christian, but I can't say that I'm really Christian myself. There's a lot of things in my opinion that don't add up.
So what's your stance, like what roots your hesitancy within abortion?
Because I still personally view it as potential life, if you get what I mean. In my head, I can still see it as being potential for a human being.
Yeah, it also has like potential to be Hitler.
That's true as well.
But also it has potential, like poop has potential, right? I mean, like I think people put too much value on potential. Like it's nice to say and it's comforting. Most people are just average, and like I don't understand why people would say like, oh, you know, I disagree because there's a possibility of an average person not being here in the future. BMD said, like you, yeah, I am average, but I'm more abnormal or better than you, BDM. I'm gonna mute you. Come up here and tell me how average I am. I'm gonna send you a request. Get up here, BDM. I may be average, but you're mediocre. I bet you won't hit that accept button. Sorry about that. I don't do trolls, but like seriously, I mean, women are closer to death than any other point in their life when experiencing childbirth, and it has short-term, long-term effects on women, whether it's their body makeup, the chemistry in their brain, postpartum, like they're physically change, mentally change, and they're never the same. And I think that like we should allow them to make the decision whether or not they want to take on that burden and possibly lose their life, especially when you talk about like Black women. Black women have a higher mortality rate because of medical racism. And so forcing people into these type of situations where they don't have those options, like, I don't understand it.
I understand that. And again, I can't say I'm entirely pro-life. Again, I think abortion should obviously be allowed in many different cases. I don't see the need for a child to have to give birth to a baby in any circumstance.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's weird to change my mindset of how I think about how that baby's going to be born. I know, and I understand what you're saying as well, though, and I have to think on that a lot more.
Can I keep it funky with you?
Go ahead.
So potential, right?
Yes.
Do you know how many? Do you know what they call? Fuck it, I'm just gonna tell you because this is the actual medical term. This actual medical term. The term is a load. Do you know how many sperm cells are in a load for every time a man ejaculates?
It'd be millions to billions, right?
All right, between 100 to 300 million sperm cells, right? And so, like, if it's really about potentiality, then like we should have men stop, ejaculating without the intended purpose of having children.
Not exactly, because even if it is to have children, every single sperm will die, including the one that fertilizes the egg.
Yeah,
and the ones that live inside of it will die in 4 to 5 days anyway.
Right, but there's still potentiality for those sperms to actually create a human life. Versus if it's not wasted, then there's no loss of potentiality.
You get what I'm saying? That is true, but wouldn't that mean that we're still wasting the thousands of other sperm that we?
For sure, I agree, and that's why I'm saying like basing it off potentiality is such a slippery slope. That's my whole point.
I understand. Well, at least I think I do.
Yeah, and I don't agree with it. I'm just saying like people could take extreme stances just depending on how they feel, and like I think we shouldn't. I think we just need to let women, like I trust women and I trust that they'll make the best decisions for their bodies, and I trust women more with kids than men, not only because of like CSAM, but just like the women tend to be the primary caretakers, and you talk about the long-term burden that's shifted to women when children do come into the world. Their voice has to be louder.
That is true. I'll retract my statement.
All good. Okay.
I appreciate. I'll try to do more research, man. I do apologize.
No, all good. I appreciate you coming up.
Yep. Thank you very, very much.
All right. Have a good one. Guys, W's in the chat for Activista, who sent a $5 super chat. Say, good afternoon, Santana. Vasectomy equals personal responsibility. Facts. W's in the chat for Michelle. Hey, Michelle, who sent a $10 donation saying thank you for all that you do. Thank you, Michelle. W's in the chat for Ducky. Hey, Ducky, who sent a $30 donation saying love the background art. It's so cool with the green lights. Yeah, I'm assuming that. Thank you for the quirk. I'm assuming you guys don't ever really get to look at the background art when we're on studio, but like, you know, I does it. W's in the chat, guys. 1.1 thousand people hanging out here. If you guys don't mind, tap the screen, share the live, send the daily heart me. Make sure you hit that follow button. If you haven't followed me, go ahead and hit that follow button. Turn on notifications when you know, so you know when I go live. The laptop was being stupid, so we are on the phone. So I don't have the actual background up, but I am willing to debate Trump supporters or anyone who has heard me say anything that they disagree with and they want to debate that. So if you're a Trump supporter, go ahead and request up. If you have any stance that you've heard me take and you would like for me to debate that stance, then go ahead and request up. I will debate you on that. I have no interest in debating other people's stance, though. If you come up here and it's like, well, why do all Democrats say this or that or some stupid shit like that, I'm not speaking for those people, because more than likely my ideas and belief don't align with the shit that they said. So I don't care what they said. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or have some specific that you want to debate me on?
No, sir. I was just sitting back listening, Pimp.
Oh, okay. All right. I appreciate you.
Right on, dog. Yeah.
Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or if you have something specific that you want to debate me on. This guy name is Draco Block 100. Draco Block 100 has 34 followers and following 34 people. No, I'm good. I haven't been called the N-word today. I'm good. Good. Draco Block 100, go get your main account. Go get your main account. I'll let you come up. Haven't been called the N-word today, and I'm actually feeling pretty good about myself. So no, thank you. No, thank you. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or you have something specific that you have heard me say, some stance that you've heard me take, and you would like to debate me on said stance. Okay. Hell, listen. That looks like respect. Is this the person that was just Draco and you changed to Aaron?
Yeah, but I can't be up here on my main, man. I'm talking about trans issues. I'm about to get my ass fired.
Oh, you're not going to be talking about trans issues up here anyway.
Hit that topic?
No, why would I debate trans issues? I'm not a transgender
Well, trans inclusive legislation is an imperative reason that people vote Republican, right?
They've been like, okay, let's talk. We don't have to talk about trans people, but I would like to actually talk about this point. You do know what percentage of the population is transgender, right?
0.7, correct. But I also know that any male person can adopt a trans identity at whatever point and feminize himself to whatever degree he seems fit, and then is able legally to enter spaces where women are in states of vulnerability and undress.
Again, that's fine. I just wanted to know that one point.
Fine. So that's my disagreement.
Yeah, I don't really care about your disagreement. I just want.
Well, it's not fine that any male person can enter states or women.
Hey, could you don't be insufferable? Like, I'm just trying to have a conversation with you. I've already told you we're not debating transgender people, but I had a genuine question for you. So, understanding like the small amount of the population that is actually transgender, why wouldn't it be more pertinent to focus on like the things that are happening in our country and like the things that are really negatively impacting us instead of like these specific one-off things that don't affect everyday American? Because that's the problem that I have. The problem I have is that it always seems like the Republican Party more so focuses on things that they can weaponize or demonize versus like the actual substance of our country, like the economy or job growth or like CPI or consumer confidence. like they don't worry about those things. They call out like the you know, these hot button topics that they can solicit emotion from.
I certainly think that it's useful to like rank order your voting issues in a way that's pragmatic and will achieve the policy decisions that will most positively impact not only you, but your country as a whole. But I think like in the context of somebody who is maybe like, let's say, institutionally reprimanded for refusing to adopt or affirm a trans identity of, say, a roommate, like in my case, and then was institutionally reprimanded on the basis of that, I think it would be more rational for that issue to place higher in your rank order of voting issues, right?
So it's personal. Okay, got it. Yeah, I'm not going to knock you for something being personal.
Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I'm not going to knock you for something being personal. Like, I'm not going to take your personal experiences from you, but regardless, that's not something. So, hey, do you have anything of substance, like anything as far as like what's happening currently in our country that is, there's so many major things that are happening within our country currently. I mean, like the conflict with Iran, the fact that interest rates continue to skyrocket, the fact that now Donald Trump is saying that we're going to take Cuba, the fact that the overall cost, the valuation of the dollar is down, the fact that the housing market is in a shit show. Like, anything of substance that you would like to debate?
If the criteria is anything of substance, I absolutely think it is of substance to maintain a consistent, coherent understanding of the category men and women within legislation broadly. No. I think that that's imperative.
Do you understand? Hey, do you understand like consent?
Well, I don't think you do, because I'm talking about consent. That's
fine. That's fine. I'm just going to stop you right here. I'm letting you know, listen, dead ass serious. You can debate something of substance, and I've already clearly set my boundaries, or you can go find somewhere else to do the weird shit. I
talk about boundaries then. Let's talk about boundaries. I'm happy to talk about boundaries.
No. I want you to pick something.
As you're running. Let's talk about boundaries. Come on, bro.
I don't understand, like, you can't goat me or bait me into doing what you want to do. I also don't need you here. Like, this is I'm going to be 100% honest about this. He said, L runner. Yeah, I kicked you. Ooh, I'm going to be dead ass serious about this. This is the issue with these people that come online and they're like opposition. They think that because people are looking for debates, in which a lot of people who are looking for debates are willing to debate anyone on anything. And since they're willing to debate anyone on anything, and since that, you know, people are, especially MAGA right now, seem to be super scarce, people are willing to platform the worst of the worst. And the difference between myself and other people is that we don't do that here. I have no interest in insufferable people. I have no interest in having my boundaries crossed. And I also have no interest in like engaging with people who can't be adults. So if you can't be an adult, if you don't know how to respect boundaries, if you don't understand consent, like, you can just go somewhere else. That, like, it should have been very obvious when you were trying to request up on your burner, and I kicked you and told you no, come back on your main, that I clearly had boundaries. But yet you get up here and you think that you're gonna like just completely run over my boundaries while saying, well, I can't be up here on this main account, I'm gonna get fired because I want to talk about trans issues. That just means you're about to say some fucked up shit, and you knew you wanted to say some fucked up shit. That's why you wanted to be on a backup account. And that's why I don't let you guys up here on trolls or backup accounts. There's no way I would let you up here on a troll or backup account just so you can say the fucked up shit that you want to say. I don't need you. I enjoy my chat. And if that means that I go without debates and I just have to sit here and talk to my chat, well, guess what? I've prepared for that. I literally every single day before I go live, I create a OneNote that has multiple news articles that I've read that I can go through and talk about. I have multiple video clips to play sounds. I have multiple stats to break down, stories to cover. I make sure that if I go 4 hours without one debate, that I'm not just sitting here saying, I wish there was a debate. So just point being, I don't need you fucking weirdos. Like, I'll debate you, but I don't need you. So anyway, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debate. Knock to Mercy. Again, you got 10 followers. You're following 47 people. Go get your main. Go get your main. You can come back. I'm not getting you up here. The person that says other genders. Yeah, I'm not fucking debating you because, again, you probably just the same person that wants to do the transgender topic, and I refuse. My main got banned. Sucks to suck. W's in the chat for Lily for the $5 donation. MAGA's obsession with trans women is a misogyny fueled by shame and male superiority. They ignore medical standards to attack a vulnerable minority instead of holding 1% of the power accountable. Stop policing survival and worrying about yourself. Worry about yourself. Focus on office, not identity. Like that's the thing. Like that's literally the entire thing. For those people, the attention that they are putting on transgender people is one of the 14 tenets of fascism. Like it's literally one of the 14 tenets of fascism. They don't know that they're being propagandized by a fucking fascist. They just think that they want to hate transgender people. And it's easy to hate people you don't know, because most of them don't know transgender people, because transgender people represent less than 1% of the population. And for him to say, oh, it's personal because, you know, oh, it was something that happened, sounds like it sucks to suck, honestly. Anyway, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or you've heard a take that I've had and you want to debate the take. I know we don't have the background. We had to switch over, This is not Anime Live or anything. We're looking for some debates. We are debating Trump supporters or anyone that may have heard any topic that I've had that you want to debate. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or want to debate a topic that you disagree with me on?
Oh my gosh, no, I was tapping.
Oh,
I'm so
okay.
sorry, brother. Brother, love you, so sorry. Keep doing it.
Well, thank you. 45, 47. 45, 47. Thank you for the sheet. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or came up to debate me on something that you have heard me say and disagree with? I'll take that as a no, Tina. I'm just gonna drop you down. I don't think Tina meant to come up. I don't think Tina meant to come up. It was bathroom time, but you know, like people poop. I mean, can we be honest? Like people poop, and not only do people poop, but at least it sounded like she was washing her hands. You all poop. Stop it. Everybody poops. It's a bodily function. Some more than others, yeah. It concerns me the amount of people who bring their phone to the bathroom. I do. You guys ever sat on the toilet for so long that your legs went numb? Or is that just a me thing? What did the AI just say? Fuck you, AI. Consistently, yeah. See, like it's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. Women wonder why men spend so much time in the bathroom. It's because once we are in the bathroom and we sit there, we go down like rabbit holes, and like we'll start scrolling and we'll lose track of time. That's why. That's literally why. FYI. Also, the bathroom is a quiet place. And sometimes men just want like a quiet place to like do nothing. Hey, did you guys know, for the women that are in the comment section right now, do you all have the ability to just stop thinking? I see a lot of no's. I saw like a sprinkle of yes, but I see a lot of no's. Okay, stop. To the men, for all the men that are watching, have you within the last 24 hours just sat in silence, not thinking? In the last 24 hours, have you just like not thought? Look at that. I see a sprinkle of no's, but there's a lot of yes. Apparently, women have a hard time with just like not thinking. Not me. I can sit quietly with nothing on my mind and it just be like nothing. I can just sit here like this. And there's just nothing. I thought that was interesting. What up, Slayer? I see you watching. Also, you know what's interesting? Are there any people watching right now that doesn't have an inner monologue? I find it super interesting that people don't have inner monologues. Like there's actual people who don't hear like the voice in their head. Not, I hear voices in my head. They talk to me. They not that, but like the inner monologue. I think it's super interesting that people don't have inner monologues. That is strange. Ooh, what about this one? What about this one? When you are thinking of things, do you think of, like if you think of something, do you picture the thing or do you like just think of the word? Like if I say dog, or do you start visualizing a dog or you just, does it, the word just like resonate? The word, I always see the thing. I picture it. People do that as well. Think about this one. Your spouse or significant other. What do you call them in your head? Do you call them by their name if you're thinking about them? Do you call them by a nickname? What do you call them in your head? When you're not talking to them, you're not talking to anyone out loud and you're just thinking. I think that's interesting because like with me, with my wife, I don't think of her name. I don't think of like what I call her. I just like picture her. It's so interesting. And I didn't think about that until like a couple of days ago. Right, nothing. It's just I picture her. I don't think about anything specific. Debbie's in chat for Thick Frog, who sent a $20 super chat to say, and some people shit out their mouths just like Donald Trump. I completely agree with that. Donald Trump is full of shit. Full of shit. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with any, or I don't have a fucking background, any take that you guys have heard me say and you actually disagree with and you want to debate it. Yeah, there's that. I think all of this is super interesting. You know what's even more interesting? Okay. For my people that have played Grand Theft Auto, how many people have played Grand Theft Auto before? You? Yeah? Okay, perfect. Have you ever been playing Grand Theft Auto? I'm sorry, not playing Grand Theft Auto, but like out and about in public, whether you're driving or like just whatever, and you see someone and you have like the thought of, like, I wonder what it would be like if my conscience left my body and I had to be that person. Not in the sense of like, oh, I want to be this person, but you just randomly see someone and you're like, I wonder what it would be like to be them in just a moment. I think about that shit sometimes too. I'm like, and I always see like the astral projection into the other person's body, like Grand Theft Auto. I don't know. For the people that live not in houses, but like in apartment buildings or whatever. For the people that live in apartment buildings, you guys ever thought about why you don't see your neighbors carrying in groceries? Did you guys know that was a thing where people like don't see their neighbors carrying groceries? I forgot what the psychological thing is that it's called, but like there's some type of psychology behind it. You said you do? Yeah, sometimes. But like there's a whole psychology thing. I can't remember what it's called. I'm sure Kay knows what it is, but there's a whole psychology thing about it, like how you never see your neighbors carrying groceries. It's not that they don't carry groceries. It's just I forgot what it is. I don't know. I don't know the psychology name for the shit or whatever, but you know. Slayer, I'm telling you, it's a thing. Think about it. If you live in an apartment, when's the last time you seen your neighbors carrying groceries in? It's a whole fucking thing. I'm telling you. I'm sure someone's gonna look up the actual study or whatever that was completed, but like that's a whole fucking thing. It's also because we kind of look at our neighbors as like NPCs, where unless you're like interacting with them and friends with them, then they're just like they're NPCs. Why they call apartments when they're together? It's cognitive bias. Yeah, I think so. I think it is, Kay. I think it is for sure. Debbie's in the chat for Kay. Debbie's in the chat for Allison for the $5 donation saying, love your questioning. Just wanted to say hi. Grifters for Justice. Hashtag Grifters for Justice forever. You're my hero, and I'm a little tipsy. Bank Hobbies in the UK. Happy Belton. I don't know what that is, but W's in chat. W's in chat for Zach for the $2 donation saying, when I'm alone, my inner monologue often turns into an outer monologue. Also see things when I'm thinking of them. That's interesting. Listen, I do want to call this out though, guys. There is nothing wrong with like talking to yourself. There's literally nothing wrong with talking to yourself. The problem comes when you answer yourself. You can talk to yourself. You can absolutely talk to yourself. But when you start answering yourself, that's the problem. W's in chat for Zach. W's in chat for Zach. Thank you for the 2. W's in chat for Elizabeth for the $1 donation saying, don't forget the white crusty man. To be honest, I get told I'm either loud talking, or I just talk too much and I hear 100 voices a day. People, it's always loud. I will sit 6 to 8 hours, sometimes pure silence. It's refreshing. My husband and I call each other shitters. Yeah. I often just sit in silence. First joke. Spotlight effect. Oh, see, I fucking knew Kay knew what it was. It's called the spotlight effect. Like, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. It's a real thing. The thing that I was telling you about, no, the fuck, it's not, Kay. You're not gonna get me with the answering part. I refuse to engage in that one. But the actual thing that I was talking about with your neighbors is called the spotlight effect. Look that up. I'm telling you, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. It's absolutely a real thing. That was in chat for Zach for the 2. Regarding GTA and driving, I often wonder if I see a line of monks and I go for the Gorgana. I don't know what that means. Fortunately, the answer is always no. LOL. I do occasionally hold 2 sides to the conversation. Okay. Okay. This one's going to be crazy, but stay with me. This one's going to be crazy, but guys, stay with me. What are your intrusive thoughts that you have to fight every day? What intrusive thoughts do you have to fight every day? Now, I'm not bumper cars. I'm not going to tell you who told me this intrusive thought, but I was once told that someone has an intrusive thought that while they're driving and pedestrians are walking across the street, the intrusive thoughts never won, but they have intrusive thoughts. You said that one too, Claire? You guys have that? You guys are, what in the world? I have never had that intrusive thought. That is wild. That's a common one? Ain't no fucking way. 50 points. Hey, that is fucking diabolical. 50 points. You guys, holy fuck. What is going on? Ain't no fucking way. I think that I don't have those type of intrusive thoughts because my intrusive thoughts are like super low level. So I have a habit that I've had since I was a kid. And like I don't know if my mom's watching right now, but she could co-sign this. And even I don't know if management's watching right now. Like my mom could co-sign this from the aspect of me being a kid, and my wife could co-sign this at the aspect of me being an adult. But ever since I was little, and especially like Black people, you guys are gonna feel this one for sure. But Black people were always told by the parents, like, when you go into the grocery store, don't touch nothing. Am I wrong? Black people in the chat, am I wrong? How many times were we told, don't touch nothing? Yep. Okay. So my intrusive thought was to touch everything. So as a kid and even as an adult, as I walk through the grocery store, I just, boop, 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 boop. I literally just touch everything. Like I've done that since I was younger. I still do it today. I literally touch everything. Also, does anybody remember, maybe it was, I don't know if it was just a Southern thing, but in Bilo and also Food Line, in Bilo and Food Line, when I was growing up, they used to have those little like machines where you could pull the coupon out of the machine, right? You could pull the coupons out of the machine, and I would go and I would pull a bunch of the coupons out and do like a money spread and act like the coupons was money. Am I the only one that did that? I would get a whole bunch of them and then just like spread it like it was money. I'm glad that just wasn't me. Okay. I'm glad that wasn't just me. I was not a bad kid. Stop it. Stop it. I do think it's funny that to some extent, we all had like a shared childhood. Depending on like what age you grew up in, you had a shared childhood. I think that's super interesting. Right? Like, think about it. If you're a millennial and you're around my age, I'm 39. How many pencil fights did you have at school? Was there anybody here that was a pencil fight champion? Has anybody else besides me went platinum on the cafeteria desk. You go to the cafeteria and you lay down that beat. Grinding. You know what I keep in the line, and you better stay in line when we went platinum. You went diamond? But I think it's funny how no matter like where people grew up, I think it's super interesting that a lot of people have like these shared childhood experiences. And I think that's super interesting. I think that we also don't think about our childhood experiences enough, right? I think that, hey, did anybody else used to find money on the ground when you were a kid? Because I used to find a lot of money on the ground when I was younger. Or was that just me? Yeah. I think that Kay, it looks like you're requesting, but I don't see you. I don't know why it's not letting me let you up. Kay, are you trying to come up? I don't know what happened. I noticed that I stopped finding money on the ground because my logic was I stopped finding money on the ground because kids are always looking down, right? Kids are always looking down and they like they're lowered to the ground. But then you get older, you're not necessarily looking at the ground anymore. You stop looking and you just don't see the money. I think that's what it is. I legitimately think that it's not that there's less money on the ground. I think we're just no longer looking for it. I think that's what it is. Ooh. You guys want to hear a story about how I found $500? Yeah? Okay. So check this out. It's my freshman year in college. And me and my high school girlfriend, who was, we were together in college until like the end of my sophomore year. It was our freshman year in college. We were broke. We were hungry. And I can't remember where we were heading, but I stopped at the gas station to put gas in my 88 Chevy Caprice. That was my first car. My first car was an 88 Chevy Caprice. My mom bought it from my uncle and then gave it to me. Bought it for $500, an 88 Chevy Caprice, and this was in 2005, right? And so I stopped at the gas station to put gas in a gas tank, and I only had like $5. Now listen, for people that's listening right now, when I tell you back in the day, $5 used to be gas money. I know you won't believe me, but back in the day, $5 used to be gas money. If you put $10 to $20 in your gas tank, you get it half, 3/4 of the way filled. $5. You used to tell people like, hey, can you take me to such and such? I'll give you $5. And like, all right, cool. You're going to give me $5. I'm telling you, $5 used to be gas money. Thanks, Trump. Goddamn Trump. Anyway, so we stopped at the gas station to get gas, right? And I get out of the car and I'm getting ready to pump, and my girlfriend starts knocking on the window, right? And I look back and I'm like, why are you knocking on the window? And she starts doing this. And I'm like, what are you pointing at? And she's like doing that. And I look over and I see a fresh, crisp $100 bill lying on the ground at the gas station. Again, this is 2005. I'm 18, 19 years old, freshman year of college, flat broke. And I see a fresh, crisp $100 bill sitting on the ground. I almost broke my damn neck to try to get that $100 bill, right? So I rush over, I scoop the $100 bill. I say, fuck this gas. I'm getting in the car to leave. And as I'm turning back to go back towards the car, because I got that $100 bill, she's like, and I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And so she opens up the door, runs, and there's 4 more $100 bills on the ground. $500 on the ground at the gas station. 2 19-year-old freshmen in college who were broke randomly found $500 on the ground at the gas station. When I tell you that we grabbed that money, got in the car, and sped off. I don't know how fast we were driving, but I'm sure it was as fast as that 88 Chevy Caprice could go. I said, fuck that gas, drive. So that's how we found $500. And we took that money and went and bought groceries because, again, we were poor college students that didn't have money and we needed food. So we needed food. So that was the experience with me finding money. You had an 88 Capri? Really? I used to love my first car was an 88 Chevy Caprice. My second car was a 96 Crown Vic. I am so Southern. I am so fucking Southern. First car was an 88 Caprice. Second car was a 96 Crown Vic. Couldn't tell me shit. W's in the chat for AJ, who sent a $4.99 super chat to say, did anybody else play Grand Theft Auto 3 / Liberty City? I know that map like the back of my hand. Love you, Santana. I love you too. And fucking right. Listen, if you didn't play with the cheat codes, did anybody play Grand Theft Auto and you had a cheat code book where you had, when you went to school, you went to school and then you had a chance to get on the computer and you went and looked up cheat codes for Grand Theft Auto and you wrote it down in the book. So when you got home, you would have the cheat codes and you could play. Just saying. Fuck it, I'll date myself. Does anybody remember 2 Ways? Did anybody else used to want a 2-way? I used to want a 2-way so damn bad. I had a friend that had a 2-way. Oh, not the fucking Nextel chirp. Where you at? You guys remember? Where you at? That used to be the coolest shit ever. That was that fucking chirp. Yeah. Yeah. And listen, these kids nowadays with the fancy iPhones will never understand. They'll never get it. They'll never get it. W's in the chat for Blue Barbie for the $5 donation saying, got a ton of new got a ton of new cars for my collection. Oh, it jumped on me. Today, W Santana, W Community, W's for you. W's in the chat for my Resista for using their 6 months membership subscription, saying, okay, so half my students do the same thing. Well over half taught my middle school, including people. I know that's right. W's in chat for Smoothie for the $1.99 to say, I want to push every button I see, especially the red ones. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. W's in chat for Elizabeth for the $1 donation saying, read privately. Oh, all good. And yeah, I agree. Debbie's in chat for Allison for the $1 donation. Beltane is a pageant festival for the beginning of summer. That's why it's a bank holiday in England. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Why do you think King Charles visit and a speech? Oh, okay. Debbie's in the chat. Thank you so much for that. Debbie's in chat for Zach for the $2 donation. I didn't know that. Apparently the game designers did not like the... Oh, I didn't know that, Zach. Debbie's in the chat for Zach. Thank you for the 2. Thank you for letting me know that. I didn't know that. Okay. Guys, I have to skedaddle because I'm supposed to be going to get a haircut. I was going to tell you guys one more story, but I don't think I have time. Are we doing late nights? Yeah, we're absolutely doing late nights. We are absolutely doing late nights. If you guys don't know, this week late nights is going to be fucking awesome. I will have my own, or we'll have a co-host, and the co-host is someone that is going to, well, let's take a whole step back. Late nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, this evening, we will have the conversation of discussion, which will be abolishing the current prison system. That's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about abolishing the current prison system. And we're going to be looking at a multitude of things, including, policing, prisons, calls to actions, for-profit prisons, all this other stuff. It's going to be a really good week of conversations when it comes to that. So if you're interested in joining the conversation, then 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, Late Nights with Santana, and I will have a special co-host for this week who will help lead the actual conversation, and that'll be Al. Al is going to help drive the actual conversation, and Al's TikTok handle is abolitionist_Al. Al is going to help drive this conversation with me. It's going to be absolutely fucking amazing. So if you are interested in joining the conversation, then get here tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, tonight, tomorrow night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. Late Nights with Santana is back. All right. I was going to tell you guys about the first time that I ever got elevated, my first experience, but got to go get a haircut, so I can't tell you guys that story. I'm sorry. And spoiler alert, it would have been hilarious. It would have been hilarious. Debbie's in chat for Blue Barbie for the oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Debbie's in chat. Thank you for the 2. Don't boo me. I gotta go get a haircut. I gotta go, guys. My appointment's in 10 minutes, and it takes like 17, 20 minutes to get to where I'm going, and I haven't even changed. All right, I gotta go. We'll be back later. Late nights. You ain't got no hair? I get a bald fade. What are you talking about? Anyway, I got to go get a haircut. We're going to get out of here. I'll see you guys later this evening, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, Late Nights with Santana. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all the gifts, the taps, the likes, the shares. Thank you for all hanging out. Thank you for all the love. I love you all. And as always...